3 questions can tell you if your relationship will last. They're not about compatibility. They're not about love. They're not even about happiness. They're about conflict. Because how you handle conflict predicts your future more than how well you get along when things are good. Here are the 3 questions, what your answers reveal, and why this matters more than you think. Most people think lasting relationships are about finding the right person, someone you're compatible with, someone you don't fight with. That's not what the research shows. The couples who last aren't the ones who don't fight. They're the ones who know how to fight, how to repair, and how to talk about what's happening between them. So here are the 3 questions. Answer them honestly. Not how you wish it was, how it actually is. Question 1. When you fight, can you stay regulated enough to hear each other? Not agree. Not solve it in the moment, just hear each other. Do you escalate? Does one of you yell while the other shuts down? Do you say things you regret? Do you bring up old issues? Do you fight about how you're fighting instead of the actual problem? Or can you notice when you're getting activated and pause? Can you stay present even when it's uncomfortable? Can you listen to your partner's perspective without immediately defending yourself? If your fights escalate more than they de-escalate, if you can't stay regulated enough to actually hear each other, that's a pattern that predicts trouble. Not because you fight, but because of how you fight. Question 2. After a fight, can you repair? Can you come back to each other? Or does the tension just linger until you both pretend it never happened? Do you avoid each other for hours or days? Does one of you have to do all the work to reconnect? Do you wait for them to apologize first? Do you sweep it under the rug and hope it goes away? Or can one of you reach out? Even if you're still hurt, even if you're not fully over it. Can you say, I don't want to be distant, or can we talk about what happened? Can you bridge the gap even when it's hard? If you can't repair after conflict, if the distance just stays until something else distracts you from it, that's a pattern that erodes trust over time, because unrepaired ruptures stack up. Question 3. Can you talk about your relationship while you're in it? Not just during a crisis, not just when things are falling apart, but as a regular practice. Can you say, I've been feeling distant lately without it turning into a fight? Can you bring up a pattern you've noticed? Can you ask, how are we doing? And actually have that conversation? Or does talking about the relationship feel like a threat? Does one of you shut down when the other tries to go there? Do you avoid those conversations because you're worried it'll make things worse? If you can't talk about your relationship while you're in it, if meta-conversations feel dangerous, that's a pattern that keeps you from growing together, because you can't fix what you can't name. Here's what your answers reveal. It's not about getting all 3 right. It's about the pattern. If you answered no to all 3, you're in trouble. Not because your relationship is doomed, but because you don't have the skills to navigate hard moments together. If you answered yes to 1 or 2, you have some foundation. You're doing some things right. But the areas where you answered no are where the relationship is vulnerable. And if you answered yes to all 3, you're not perfect, but you have the core skills that predict longevity. You can fight without destroying each other. You can repair when things break. You can talk about what's happening between you. That's what keeps relationships together. Not the absence of problems, the ability to work through them. Here's the good news. These aren't fixed traits. You're not born knowing how to stay regulated during conflict, or how to repair, or how to talk about your relationship. These are skills, and skills can be learned. If you answered no to any of these questions, that doesn't mean your relationship is over. It means that's where you need to grow. The couples who last aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who learn how to struggle together without falling apart. And that starts with knowing which skills you're missing. If these questions helped you see where your relationship needs work, we make videos like this every week to help you build the skills that actually matter. Subscribe if you want more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.